I'm Connor Northrup, and I'm joined for the second time in 2 weeks. UFC flyweight Tyson Nam coming off a big first round knockout this Saturday at UFC on ESPN 10. What's up, Tyson?
Feeling great, feeling grand.
Yeah, and like I said, you got that big knockout this weekend over Zaruk Adeshev. I mean, how's it feel to be Tyson Nam right now?
Uh, just walking on cloud nine right now. You know, fast, quick fight, no bumps, no bruises. Uh, Performance of the night, a little extra change.
Yeah.
Feel good, man. Feel good.
And you just said too, performance of the night, first UFC win as well. What kind of positive feedback have you got from the fans and others, since Saturday?
Well, maybe like a couple weeks out, all the reporters, all the fans, they were saying that this is going to be the weakest, the worst, the shittiest UFC card ever, just because there's a few guys that were ranked. It's kind of hard coming off of these cards where just from top to bottom everybody's top 10, but it's always those cards where these guys got something to prove, where you're gonna get action packed fights.
Yeah.
So you know. Um, Went in there. We did our business that night. I would like to say that they put out there that it was UFC history that the first three fights all finished within under a minute. It's
Oh
never
wow.
happened before. So yeah, feels good to be part of the weakest UFC card ever.
Do you take any thing personal from that beforehand?
Not really personal, but it kind of irritates me a little bit just because I know that their name ain't Cleo, so they're not fortune tellers. You guys can
Mm-hmm.
talk about it after it's done being the weakest, no problem, because it's practically stats. But just to put it out there that this is going to be such a trash, such a shitty card, is just something tells me about your personality that I don't like.
Yeah. And kind of talk me through the fight too. I mean, obviously it was that signature right hand. We've seen that before, not in the UFC, but we definitely saw it on Saturday.
Mm.
Just what kind of was going through your head, when that connected.
Um, I felt like, yeah, I got him kind of good, and he fell down. I better hit him with another one.
Yeah.
If that first one doesn't put him out, I can guarantee you that this second one is gonna put you to sleep.
Yeah. And obviously, you had a pretty great career, even outside the UFC too, and a big win. I know you had the big win over Jordan and Shudo too, but to get this win now and to get that first UFC win, do you feel like your stock has come up from this fight?
Hell yeah, I could see it on just my Instagram alone that my followers are starting to climb a lot more. People are interested just because I've done it internationally. Brazil, Russia, Kazakhstan, but now that I did it in the UFC, all of America has been able to witness and notice what I do overseas.
Yeah. It seemed like a lot of fighters too were having kind of crazy, like it was like just a crazy fight week last week, and I mean you were definitely one of them. You had a change of opponent. I believe it was on Tuesday. Then he missed weight on Friday. Then you not only get your first UFC win, but you do it in 32 seconds. You're part of history, like you just said. The first three guys to get a finish too under a minute. I mean, just walk me through that whole week and just the kind of process of everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of just emotions of like, damn it, is this fight even gonna happen? Because
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to have fought at the beginning of May, so it was like coming up on like 10 weeks that I was training for a fight. And literally while I was traveling over, we got a call from the manager like, hey, Benoit's not gonna fight. It's like, do we catch the plane? So they say, yeah, don't worry, they'll have someone for you. And like, well, who is it? So I can actually just mentally prepare like, how am I supposed to fight this fight?
Mm.
So they pulled a Zaruk, and not well known in mixed martial arts, but well known in the kickboxing scene, Glory and
Mm-hmm.
K1. So he was gonna be a good striker, but I'm a pretty good striker myself, so had to had to put it to the test.
Yeah, for sure. And just go off that too. I mean, he did miss weight, but because he was so late noticed too. I mean, did you have a little sympathy for the guy?
Yeah, sure. Sort of, kinda. It was more so. Okay, you're not gonna make 125. Okay, what about 130? Because usually, if you're a flyweight, if you're a professional, you don't get yourself just fat and out of shape. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, 135 because they won't be able to make 135. But to not even make the 135 now is like, are they doing this on purpose? Like, and I just started getting upset about it at the wins. Like, these guys are trying to play mind games with me, and it didn't seem like he was sucked dry to miss weight at 138 and a half. So I was like, did he even try? This pisses me off even more.
Yeah. But now, obviously, you did get the final say, with that right hand, and to do that, and you got the 20% cut from him, and then also the performance on night and the win bonus. I mean, it was a pretty good night to be Tyson Nam, I think.
Stacks on stacks on stacks.
And does that mean even more too? Because I know we had talked about this in our last conversation, but to come during a time like this.
Yeah, during this pandemic, I'm just bored as shit at home, not being able to get to like my normal life. So I'm literally just training, just like I'm in jail, like I'm a cage animal. There's nothing else for me to do. I can't go out and eat at nice restaurants. Can't go out, hang out and drink with the boys. All I gotta do is just sit here and work out, which I guess it was not a bad idea.
Yeah, for sure. And Dana White too at the end of the fights, did get kind of say to fans and media, opens up, say, hey, tell me who you think should win these performance bonuses too. So like for you, does it mean any more to win that, knowing that not just the UFC had a hand in that, but the people watching and the media too kind of collectively said, hey, this guy deserves it?
Yeah, it felt good. All the fans giving me the love, telling me that that was a knock. I mean, it's a no brainer. No one got starched like that night, or
Mm-hmm.
it nobody gets starched like that in the flyweight division. But I was just kind of thinking, just kind of like chuckling to myself. I know Dana just wanted to just put it out there with the fans. So I was like, why are you asking stupid questions, Uncle Dana? You know who it goes to.
And one thing I want to talk to you about too is the last time we did talk, you said that you feel better at 36 than you do at when you were 26. How much does this fight show that?
I mean, it showed a lot. I can almost feel it myself, and I'm pretty sure that you guys seen it while I was doing it. Like, I felt this confidence in me. I had that swagger in my step, like no one was gonna touch me that night. I was just gonna put it on. I was gonna have in my mind, even the week of, I just felt like I'm really gonna have a breakthrough performance here. I'm really gonna take someone's head off. I just kind of just felt that feeling all week.
Yeah.
It felt like really good in there.
And was it hard to keep that too with everything kind of going on too? Like you said, like it was kind of like mind games. You lost your original opponent, you get a new one, and then he missed his weight on Friday. At any point where you kind of like did just that make you like did it hurt you mentally at all?
Not at all. It more so added fuel to the fire. So they just kept on putting gasoline on top of it. I'm a fighter that actually likes to be a little bit upset going up into a fight. It gives me a little bit more to squeeze a little bit harder on top of when I punch somebody. It's because I'm a happy-go-lucky guy. Like, what you see on social media is who I really am, but deep down inside, I got a fire burning inside that wants to get let out at the right moment, especially when I'm fighting.
Yeah. And going off of that too, I remember you talked last time too about how we were going to see a new Tyson Nam here, but the fact that the fight was only 32 seconds, was any part of you like, I wish I got to show like a little more?
I did have the plan that he was gonna be able to give me about 2 or 3 minutes of a fast and furious pace, and I was gonna show you guys a little bit more of what I've been working on. But you get hit with the right hand, you go out.
Yeah. So stay tuned, you're saying.
Stay tuned for more for the next fight.
Yeah. And I heard it in the post-fight press conference too. You kind of said that you felt like you were kind of fighting for the pink slip this fight after two straight losses. Did you feel like did that like positively like affect your performance in this fight? Maybe just like that extra push.
Yeah, like I said, like it was a culmination of just everything just on top of my shoulders. Just I got 2 losses. Um, I need to have a solid fight over here just because I feel like I'm fighting for my job. Opponents are switching, people aren't making weight. I mean, I didn't know what was going on all the way up until there. All I knew is that I needed to do something big and made it happen that night.
Yeah. And also too, I mean, just like where do you feel like this kind of puts you in that division too? I mean, do you feel like the division kind of is taking notice now?
Well, it definitely puts all the flyweights that up there that I am the hardest hitting flyweight in the division. Don't matter what number you got next to your name, no matter what my record or your record is, I'm the hardest hitter in the flyweight division. So you guys better bite down on that mouthpiece real tight.
Did you feel any differently than the fight this was at bantamweight? Did you feel any more power?
I definitely felt really good that I didn't have to really cut weight. I was already on my way coming all the way down to that flyweight, and like I said, the flight over was when we was let known that we had a change of opponent and a change of weight. So I was like, shit, I need to like put some weight on or something. So as soon as I landed, I told Trifecta, I let Chef Mario know that I actually have to put on weight. Can you guys add a little bit more into my meals? Like, oh yeah, you're gonna weigh 10 pounds heavier. So, but my metabolism was just redlining and just flying so high that I could barely put on any weight. So, but just the stresses of not having to sit in the sauna, that was always a big positive. But no matter if I'm weighing in at 126 or 136, I mean, I still put people to sleep at both weight classes.
Yeah. And one thing I want to talk about too is obviously when you have a win like this, and especially a brutal knockout like that too, a lot of fans take notice too, and it does seem like you've arrived in the UFC. But being a guy who's had such a long career outside the UFC and has had big knockouts before too, does any part of you kind of want to say like I've been here, I just haven't done it at this stage?
Yeah, I'm just adding to my resume. I would like to say that's probably 11 finishes by KO/TKO. So more than half of my wins come this way. It's nothing new. It's nothing new to your casual. It might be like a woohoo, but if you've been following me for a while, it's like, oh, another one bites the dust.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, you have a lot of momentum right now. Like you said, no injuries. When would you like to be back by?
Got the mandatory 7-day suspension. 8th day, I'm ready to go whenever you guys are.
Yeah, awesome. And now, Ryan Benoit, obviously that fight fell through, but is that a fight that you'd be interested in rebooking?
I got bad taste in my mouth already because we were supposed to have fought at the beginning of May. We're supposed to have fought in the middle of May. We're supposed to have fought at the end of May. We're supposed to have fought at the beginning of June. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
That's just so much of just like, I don't even want to fight you, and we can spar, but slap your face or something. But I mean, whatever he was going through, I have no personal feelings against. He probably had things he was going through that I don't even know about, so I can't really disrespect that though.
Yeah. And then also too, I mean, Jordan Espinosa on the same card got a pretty impressive win too, and he just came back too. I think he had a 2-fight losing streak too, and was able to bounce back. And I believe he called you out too in his fight post fight interview. Any interest in that fight?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, if we weigh the same amount of pounds the day before the fight, it's a go. It's a
Yeah.
go.
Were you able to catch his fight at all, or?
I caught a little bit. He was looking good, looking fast, looking fast. So yeah, I mean, if he wants to fight, we could fight. If it just all depends on whatever the fans want, what my management wants.
Hmm.
We got to give you guys what you guys want first and foremost.
Yeah. And then one of my last questions too is, with your first, UFC win too, how did you celebrate it?
Right after the fight, we went back to the hotel, ate a little bit of food in the hotel room, and finished watching the fights. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a little bit lackluster just because Vegas isn't really Vegas at the moment. Everything is shut down. I mean, we made our way to one of the bars out there, but it wasn't Vegas though.
Yeah. Any other performances stand out to you from watching the card?
I mean, it was firefights after firefights after firefights. Like I said, we went down in history, but being noted as the weakest, the trashiest, the shittiest UFC card ever. But you know, you guys can't be calling that and saying that before the fight hasn't even started. You guys aren't fortune tellers. But yeah, I mean, big props to all the fights, just from top to bottom. Just letting all the fans and the journalists know that we came to fight. We brought it. All of us don't have a number by our name, but we brought a fight that night.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's like you said. I think it's safe to say you definitely changed some minds after this one. Tyson, thanks for your time. Anything before I let you go?
Nothing much. Just check me out on top of Instagram. Follow. Big things happening. Namino 11.
All right, Tyson. Thanks a lot. I wish you the best and take care.
Thanks a lot.